Today I'm going to walk up a bit of the Wungong Valley. The start point, as you can see, the gum tree leaves on the post down there. Just to the right of that you can see the bridge. This is Southwest Highway. It's between Armadale and Byford. There's car park, plenty of room for cars, but just watch it when you come off the road because there's some pretty big ditches here and they'll certainly do a lot of damage to your car if you go flying into them. Wungong Regional Park there, and you can see the gateway going up into the walkway. You are certainly allowed to walk up here. I've seen plenty of people walking their dog up along the track here, or dogs, and I've even seen people riding horses up here, but I don't know where they've offloaded horses on a busy road. It's the track walkway will go all the way up to the dam at the end, Wungong Dam, and then you walk all the way back. But if you take the side tracks, you can go up into Wungong Park, and there are plenty of tracks and trails to wander around. I'll show you those tracks when we get there. The track we're going to walk down, we've only just, there you go, that got you dizzy, come up from where the cars are parked. There is a few little tracks and trails for mountain bikes through here. As you can see, one whizzing down through the forest there. There is private property there. I never knew it was a private property. Everyone used to walk up through there and go to the top of the hill. And there used to be a mountain bike trail that came down the hill through that property. Interesting. And you got to look out for little black squiggly things, especially in summer. There are snakes obviously in this area. We'll wander down this track. I'll show you a couple of the side trails and tell you where they go. I'll walk as far as the gauging station or little dam that's here. If you continue on past the dam, follow this track, you'll go all the way up to Wungong Dam and the picnic area at the top. Alright, this is the first track on the left hand side. It goes up through a re-entrant and keeps on going way up the valley to the top of the hill line in Wungong Park. It's a bit rough and rocky, as you can see. It gets worse further up. It's one way to get into the trails in Wungong. There is another track, I don't know if I'm going to point it out to you, somewhere there. It goes up that way to the left, and it starts just down there a little bit. And that goes straight up the side of the hill, follows a bit of a pipeline up the hill. If you think you're fit, go and try and run up that one and see how far you get. I'll video it from the track when we see it. We continue on that way. There are little trails and things on the other side going along the creek line. I can't show you, I'll get a better spot and show you the tracks up the other side of the valley. This is going to be all shaky and wobbly again, and you probably can't hear me because of the wind. I'll show you this track up the hill. It's a ripper, just at the crossroads of that first track that goes up the hill, looking down to the track we were walking on. You can see on the other side of the valley it continues up along the fence line and then peels off to the left into the bush. To the left at the top there, puffing again, there are a couple of little waterfalls that are actually quite nice to look at in winter. If you go down that track or down that track, you'll end up on the main walk trail. I'll try and mask the sun. Don't know if you can see that with the sun. No, yes, no. That's a really steep hill. If you're feeling fit, try and run to the top of that one. It gets steeper as it goes up. It gets really quite, you're almost climbing and scrambling up the rocks there. And obviously that's the one that goes up into Wungong. You used to be able to walk up this one here, turn left at the top, if I can get the sun out, like cross over that track there and then walk down through what is now private property. But hopefully there's a fence line down there that you can walk down and around the fence line. There used to be a good mountain bike trail coming down that hill too. I don't think that's there anymore. Anyway, I'm not going to keep walking up the hill. I'm going to go back down here, chuck a left at the bottom and then continue on and walk up to the gauging station. bit windy for the voice, but yeah, this is the little track. Comes off the main road, drops down, crosses the creek line, and then follows a fence up on the other side of the valley, and then goes off into the forest. It's a good walk, goes up to the top of the ridge line on the right hand side of the valley, and you can weave your way back along the ridge line and back down further up the valley. Sun will probably get me. Is it gonna? Yep, no, you can see the how steep that hill is in the background, remembering cameras do flatten the image as well. But we'll continue on this way. I'll show you the track up to the old quarry, then I'll walk down into the gauging station, and that's about as far as I'll go today. I won't be able to launch a drone, and I have actually done this video in two sections. So the other day I went up to the top and walked down and flew the drone around a bit and up to the dam, and this one's the bottom half, or bottom quarter I guess, of the walk trail. I'll let you guys explore the middle part. You can't really get lost in the middle. There's no side tracks, unless you want to make your own and push your way through the forest. If we continue on that track there, it'll take us into an old quarry. Obviously they mined some granite, probably for the face of the dam, and then carted it off up the track here to the dam to build it. It's an earth dam, so it's sort of got a big mound of dirt underneath, and it's covered with rocks. We'll walk down this track here and get up to the crossing and the gauging station. The track there only goes up into the quarry, doesn't go beyond that, it sort of just goes up there and stops. Yeah, that's about it for here. Let's see what's down the track. Okay, just coming into the creek crossing. It's quite a substantial little crossing actually. Obviously they've had trucks and things had to drive over, so they made it pretty good. Doesn't look like there's any water in the creek. There wasn't any in Furlong Creek either, up in Armadale when I videoed that one. Other side of the crossing, we'll turn left. You can turn right. You can sort of see the track through there and follow that track back along the other side of the creek line here. That'll take you to the property fence line, and then if you want to go up the hill, turn left. You can sort of see the hills are pretty steep. Up here it's almost like you're walking in a gorge. Very steep sided cliffs. There's quite a big cliff edge further up that you might be able to see in these videos. If not, come out and walk it. The gauging station's a little bit further up, so I'll stop there and video that, and that's about as far as I'm going to walk today. Not sure if you can see that further up. If you continue up the gorge or up the valley on the right, the gauging station is just down there on the left. You can see how steep the sides are here. It really is. It's almost like walking through a gorge, a very steep sided valley. Obviously if you want to get up to the dam, Wungong Dam, just continue along this track all the way to the end and turn right. We'll just go down here to the gauging station and have a look at that, and then head back. I did video the top probably quarter the other day, and I flew the drone because it wasn't so windy. It's way too windy to fly a drone at the moment. It'll probably end up in Rottnest. Yeah, we'll get down to the gauging station and have a look there, and then I'll join all this stuff up for another video. The top of that hill on the left is Bungadore Park. There are lots of trails through there. There are some marked tracks that you can walk around that are different varying distances. You can get to it on Admiral Road. It's just past Southern River College, or Southern Hills College I think they call it now, or just off Armadale, off Albany Highway. As you come up the hill on the right, you'll see a road that goes into a parking bay for the walk trails. Plenty of tracks, and it's very much like a town plan as such. So if you walk down one track and then turn right, and then turn right again, and then turn right again, you can end up back on the track that you just walked down. So you really can't get lost in there. or if you do, just keep walking along one of the tracks and you'll come up to the boundary and follow that back to your car. Anyway, we'll just go down here, finish this little video off, and get home and put it all together. This is the gauging station. Obviously it's dry at the moment. We are supposed to get some rain next week, so if we're lucky there'll be enough rain to get this to start flowing again. As you can see, if you get the sun out, very steep hills. You could almost use that as a climbing and abseiling hill down there. And on the other side, it just goes straight up the side of a rocky hill. In fact, it's almost a wonder why they didn't put the dam here, because it's a solid rock on that side and pretty good on that side as well, and not too far in between. Maybe they didn't put the dam here because there were some properties, or are some properties, that would have been flooded further up, and obviously they didn't want to make people move, so they put the dam further up, I guess. Anyway, this is as far as I'm going today. The other day I did walk down a little bit. You can sort of see you're walking up through a valley. Really nice scenery. It's getting quite wild and windy in here actually. Further up there is a crossing that crosses this creek up that way, and in winter time you'll probably get your feet wet going through that one. After that it sort of slowly climbs its way up the hill into the picnic area. Really good little walk. There are some excellent tracks off to the right and some very good walk trails off to the left as well. From here you won't get a trail going off the side of the main track until you get to the water tank, or just before the water tank, sorry. There's a trail that goes up to the left, goes up to the top of that hill there. Really, you can hear the wind whistling through the trees at the top there. If I flew the drone today, it'd just disappear, I reckon. Anyway, might come back in winter and film this when it's full of water and got flowing creeks, and that would be quite nice to see. Alright, I'll join this up with the rest of the walk track from the top, and at this point I'll also put the photograph of the trails through Wungong Park. They're really quite nice to walk through the forest, and you're allowed to take your dog for a walk up through there as well. I've even seen people walking horses up through here and up into Wungong. Yep, it's getting really windy. Alright, looking down the valley, we've just come up this track just in front of us from the right. We will go around the corner and keep going up that way. These tracks, they're quite fresh. It looks like someone's been here probably overnight and gone smashing their way through. There used to be an old farmhouse just around here somewhere, and I can't remember where it is. You can see the water tank for it, magpie, and the poplars. I'm not sure whether it was just a farm or whether they had an orchard here. I can't remember, and I think the house might be up on top of that hill there, or the remains of the house. Yeah, I can't remember, but anyway, looking over the other side you can also see where people have been crossing the creek. You can actually cross it just down there. The track drops off to a little creek crossing and follows the power lines up there, and also another track going off along the bottom, which is actually quite a good walk. It goes around, weaves its way up to the top of the hill up there, and then drops off the other side. Really good view from up there. I'll launch the drone, hopefully it won't get attacked by this magpie, and see what we can get. I'll try and look right down the valley for you and see if we can find his house. Alright. Interesting here, just on the side of the track as you come around from the water tank. Bit of a landslip. You can see it's cut at the top, starting to slide down onto the road. But oops, sunlight again. It's so hard to do things with the sun in the background. I've got my hand trying to hold it up, hold the sun off. There you go. A little bit of a landslip. You can see the bank's pretty unstable just there, and it's sort of starting to crumble down the hill. We're going to continue walking up the track this way. Past the poplar. Steep this hill is. It's quite steep up through there, but cameras don't. They flatten everything out. Track. Some people have been having some fun with four-wheel drives, going down the bottom. If you can get the sunlight right, yep. And then coming back up and just can't get up. Sit there, spin their wheels, dig big holes, erode the embankment here. Going to turn the camera to make it look more steeper. That's about horizontal there. Yeah, and just destroy the place. That's why they keep four-wheel drives out of here. If we drove and followed the tracks instead of making our own and destroying the place, we'd be allowed into a lot more areas where we could have picnics, take our families and enjoy the bushland. But because idiots come around here at night time and just dig great big holes, eroding the embankments and things, we get locked out of everywhere. Really stupid, and just destroys it for everyone else. It's not a sound at all. One crow. Actually, there's a crow up by the dam getting harassed by something smaller. You won't see it on the film. I can see it though. Actually, it's an eagle. It's probably an eagle getting harassed by a crow. Anyway, we'll continue up this track. Won't be able to hear it. We've come up through that valley there. That's Wungong Valley. The hill directly in front of you now, that's where the pipe goes through, which is interesting. There's a picnic area down there by the water. To get to that one, you take Admiral Road off Albany Highway and Wungong Dam. And a lovely big dam there. Now this is as far, I'll probably walk up to there because there's a new mural up in that lookout there. There is a lookout on top of that hill looking out over the dam, rotary lookout. It's about another, well, from here probably another 500 metres up that road, and then walking through the bushland. I can see part of the lookout way up there, but you won't see it on the video. This is well, the lookout there is as far as I'm going to go. I've got to walk all the way back down the valley, over here, down over there, probably about 5 kilometres, back to my car, and then I can go home and edit this video. Lots of ums and ahs. I say that all the time because I'm just thinking about what I'm supposed to say instead of reading off a script. There are a couple of ranger houses up there too, on that house there, on the hill there. I'd love to live in one of those. It'd be great out here. You can't walk out through the forest up on the dam there. It'd be nice if they had walk trails out around the lake or the dam, but you're not allowed to. Same, you're not allowed to fly drones around dams either, or up over the top of them, just in case they fall in the water. And the level of the water at the moment, this is what, the beginning of winter I guess. Still got a little bit to go before it gets to to overflow the dam. I don't think they'll ever let it overflow. They'll suck water out of here as fast as they can to stop it from overflowing. The dam is an earth wall dam, so it needs to soak and stay solid rather than suddenly filling up and having soft dry sand in there. And then the dam starts to move down the valley and fall over. But we'll go and have a look at this mural, and that'll be the last of this little clip, or this video. See that or not, opened in November 1979. For the dam. I'd love to see it overflow again one day, but I don't think I'll ever let it. This is the little mural I was talking about. Not as big as the one at Wellington Dam, but it's quite nice. So as you're sitting here staring at a lump of grey concrete, way down the valley, I don't know if I can zoom in there, that's the valley we walked up, Wungong Valley. Off in the distance is the coastline. Those big towers there, chimney stacks, are the aluminium refinery, I think, at it's not Rockingham, north of Rockingham, between Rockingham and Fremantle, can't remember. Oops, there you go. Anyway, this is the end of it. I'm not going to walk up the hill to the lookout. I've had enough walking for one day. I've got to go. Rightio, we're back in the car from the walk trail. The Bungadore Park, you can download a map from a website online. The picture I just put up in this video, down the bottom there, it will give you the address so you can pick it up from. As you can see out the front, this is the car park area at the bottom. The top, you can park up by the dam and walk your way back down the hill. It's not a very steep walk. There is one little patch in the middle of the walkway that sort of goes up a hill a little bit. The rest of it's reasonably flat, reasonably easy to walk through. There are, as I said, plenty of walkways and tracks up in Bungadore, and some of them do come down into the valley. Enjoy your walk.